Welcome back in. Fat Joe is back from his suspension. 1 month served. Glad to have him back. Keller is here as well. FSU Dave.
He's still drinking.
He's still drinking. Those alcohol-induced tears, his Florida State Seminoles, still no good. The rest of us here at Social Taco, you're always invited. We're here 10 to 2 every single Tuesday in the Taco Terrace, located right next to City Hall in the square in Homewood. If you can't make it now, enjoy half-off happy hour, 3 to 6 on the patio or inside Monday through Friday. And then we have brunch on Saturday and Sunday, the Bottomless Tapas brunch, 10 to 2:30 Saturday, 10 to 2:30 on Sunday. SocialTaco.bar for more information.
Hey, it's that time of the week in which we get to talk to Meat.
Meat!
Meat's joining us on the Higginbotham hotline. Hey, Meat.
Hey, gentlemen. How are you boys?
We're doing great.
Demetri Ravanos, you're my hero.
Why
How are
that?
you doing?
I'm better now. Why am I your hero?
I don't know. I just live vicariously through you.
He enjoys watching you in the bubble bath.
Yeah, sure. Who doesn't?
It's been a long time since I've taken a bath, but you have inspired me maybe in 2026 to take a bath.
Who is your Seminole listener that is hanging out at Social Taco today?
Oh, that's lame old FSU Dave.
FSU Dave. I'm sure he knows this like by heart, but I literally just saw this stat for the first time before Molly called. Do you know that they are not only have they only won one ACC game since the start of last year? That is last place in the ACC by like 3 times the amount of, I believe, is it Boston College that is in front of them? Oh, it's bad. Things are bad.
Oh, that is really bad.
Oh, that is awful.
Anytime Boston College can be ahead of you in football in any category, that's bad.
And I'd like to remind everybody we came real close to Alabama head coach Mike Norvell.
Oh, but where did FSU get their quarterback? Oh, that's right. They got him from Boston College.
Oh, yeah. He tore up the ACC, remember? Just like he tore up Alabama in week 1.
He tore up the ACC right before they benched him for another guy.
All right, Demetri, so were you nervous? Conrad was a nervous wreck the last quarter of football in Columbia, South Carolina. Or did you figure that Alabama had it the whole time?
I didn't figure Alabama had it the whole time. I got nervous in the fourth quarter, but I am comforted always when I watch South Carolina by the knowledge that Shane Bieber will screw this up somehow.
Well, he certainly did. He certainly did find a way to do that. So, okay, with this game now in the rearview mirror for you, Demetri, do you still hold on to the? All right, anytime Alabama goes on the road, plays a 500 or worse opponent, you're still going to be scared or nervous about that matchup? Or do you think, did this break the curse with that win over South Carolina that had eluded Kalen DeBoer in his first season?
I mean, I'm going to always be nervous when this team goes on the road just because, like, this, it's a combination of things, right? This coaching staff has shown that sometimes they coach down to the opponent, and that can put Alabama in a bad situation. And the other part is there's just so much parity in the SEC now. I don't think there's an easy win. Like South Carolina has looked pretty lifeless at times this season, and obviously that was not the easy out that I think a lot of us thought it would be after a stretch of 4 straight ranked opponents.
What is your reaction to all the movement we're getting mid-season, before mid-season, with SEC head coaches being fired, the latest being Brian Kelly at LSU?
It is awesome. It is not my family. It is not my paycheck. I do not care about the human element of it. I am all for chaos.
All right. Pretty quick and to the point.
Honest.
Well, yeah, I saw
I
you.
like how he said, I don't care about the human element.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
LSU is going to be exciting because I'm not surprised they fired Brian Kelly. I'm surprised they did it with no plan. I figure if you're going to pay that big of a buyout, you better have an idea of who is number 1, who is number 2, and who is number 3 on your wish list. And, all indications are, like, maybe they'd like to have Lane, but maybe they don't really know what they want.
Yeah, okay, well, that was going to be my question. So, all right, you get embarrassed at home. You obviously had already had these type of loose conversations inside the LSU athletics department or the people running the school, because you had an $18+ million payroll. You had all these mercenaries that you brought in out of the transfer portal. You're getting embarrassed at home in front of national television, and the Gig'em Boys absolutely took over the stadium midway through the game. So who do they have in mind? I mean, I know you're going to say Lane Kiffin, but what is the pecking order? Like, where are they calling first? Who's going to be second? Who's going to be third?
That's the thing. Like, I genuinely don't know who they have in mind. I think everybody is going to put in a call to Lane to gauge his interest. I think that in the SEC, that is step number one for everybody. I don't think LSU is going to be part of the John Summerall sweepstakes because, LSU has this thing about not recognizing the Louisiana G5. I can tell you something that I was told by a friend of mine who is a former LSU player is John Gruden has reached out to some folks to get some recommendations. I don't think that's going to happen because I don't know who is hiring John Gruden to be a football coach in 2025. A name that I have not seen connected, but, I don't know why you wouldn't take a run, particularly if you want to get back to the wide receiver U days of LSU and that style of offense. Why not call Jeff Fromm at Louisville? I think he'd be a great fit there.
All right, let's take this a step further, Demetri, because it's always fun to talk about who will take the job and how they could turn around the program and get LSU back to a national championship or a college football playoff. What's the worst-case scenario for LSU? What's the situation, the hire that they make, where we're sitting here 6 months going, why on earth did you fire Brian Kelly?
Well, as an Alabama fan and a reformed Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, maybe John Gruden is the worst-case scenario I could possibly think of for that job. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know just because I don't know who realistically is on the board for them. I will say, for the purposes of giving a real answer, I will say Ryan Silverfield at Memphis, not because he is not worthy of a better job, but if you are firing Brian Kelly to bring in Ryan Silverfield, if you are paying that big of a buyout to then go and bump up a G5 guy, it feels like you made a lot of mistakes along the way to get to that point.
Who's maybe that guy that's out there like a Brian Kelly? We were all focused on Lincoln Riley the last time that LSU was making a hire. He ends up at USC, and then all of a sudden, wow, Brian Kelly. He ends up in Baton Rouge. Is there that coach that you can think of that it seems like nobody's really paying attention to? Oh, he's fat, he's happy where he is, and then all of a sudden, poof, he shows up on a college campus one day?
Yeah, Dabo Swinney.
Any particular place you could see Dabo? Because it's got to be fit with Dabo, right?
Yeah, I think LSU is the kind of place that would be a fit. I think weirdly, I think Auburn would be a fit for Dabo. I
sure.
think that the discomfort he feels at the criticism he is getting in Clemson now that he is not used to is very real. Now, obviously, LSU and Auburn would be quite the wake-up call for him. But I could very much see him at, 55, 56 years old. If he does not feel like he could recapture what he had at Clemson, and, an AD like Scott Woodward at LSU really prides himself on going big game hunting, I could see that being very much in play for LSU.
Well, and with Dabo and people that I talk to, and you don't have to be a genius to figure this out, but the expectation is he is going to have to gut his entire staff, and that is a lot of relationships, but maybe a little bit too much nepotism has grown inside of that athletic department with the change in college athletics. This is the last step before I think Dabo says goodbye to Clemson, having to part with a lot of friends.
Yeah, I agree, and it's not just going to be about gutting the staff. It's going to be about, it can't be this my way or the highway thing anymore. Mike Gundy got fired at Oklahoma State because he refused to engage in the portal and NIL. And I think Dabo is learning you can't just dip a toe in this world anymore. My partners up here with OG Triangle Media, where we talk about the ACC all the time, they talk about the Clemson way or the FSU way of approaching the portal. And I'm always banging my fist on the table and saying, guys, Ohio State showed you there is a way to do this. If you're going to be in the portal, you go all in the portal and spend the money. I think if the days of Dabo being able to get the number one recruit out of South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and Alabama in the same year are over, the only thing that gets them back to 2016, 2018 Clemson is the Ohio State model.
All right, Demetri, we've already had 3 SEC coaches be given pink slips. How many more in this conference do you anticipate before the end of the year?
Pink slips, I would say definitely 2 more in Kentucky and Auburn. Movement, I mean, like, we talk about Lane. How about Eli Drinkwitz on the move? I think Shane Beamer is headed to Virginia Tech, so we could be looking at literally half the conference coming in with new coaches to 2026.
Okay, now let me stop you there, because obviously, I mean, you're very well connected there in the wonderful Commonwealth of Virginia. So you tell me, is that legitimate? I mean, you feel that Shane Beamer? I know that they would love to have him. But do you think that it's going to get hairy enough there in Columbia where folks are going to be ready for him to walk elsewhere?
Well, I'm not very well connected in Virginia, but I am decently connected in South Carolina, and I think he will be encouraged to consider Blacksburg at the end of the year. I think they are in Columbia bracing themselves for whether it is, hey, we don't see a path forward, or this is really what Shane wants to do. My understanding is in Columbia, they are bracing themselves to have to be involved in this coaching carousel.
Natural follow-up. Do they have their eyes on their next head coach?
I have not heard a name. I think that Alex Golish at South Florida would be a really good fit there. Stephen Godfrey of the Washington Post proposed, and this is something that I had forgotten about, when he was the head coach at Louisville, remember Scott Satterfield kind of got himself into some hot water for flirting with South Carolina.
Yeah.
Now that he's had a really good season under his belt at Cincinnati, do they revisit that? That's a possibility. I mean, he's from the western part of North Carolina, so it would be an area he's very happy to be back in. I could see it. I think, to me, that's an ideal landing spot for Alex Golish.
All right, let's continue. SEC coaching then. Do you buy into any of the, reports, rumors, any chance that Steve Sarkisian's not at Texas next year?
Yeah, I mean, I could see it happen. I do love that he is putting out that he would be interested in NFL jobs, just, as if none of us remember what happened when he was the offensive coordinator at the Atlanta Falcons. But yeah, I could certainly see a scenario where he is in the NFL next year, or I could see a scenario where somebody views the Texas situation as vulnerable enough to make him the big game name that we're all shocked switch schools in the offseason. It's not something I would bet the house on, but yeah, I could see it.
Great stuff as always. What's up on the bubble bath coming up later this week?
Well, we're going to circle back on what I said earlier. We are going to delve back into the history of groomers and why in 2025 it's not just Tennessee that gets connected to John Gruden, and why on earth are people doing this to themselves?
Groomers, that was always the best at Tennessee, that he was always at Calhoun's overlooking the river. Talking
That's on the SEC Unfiltered group chat this week. Someone posted a tweet from Kurt Schilling saying that he was interested in the Tennessee baseball job. And I noted that the groomers have come to baseball. And being the oldest guy at SEC Unfiltered, I then had to explain what that was to everybody else on the staff.
And explain what Calhoun's on the river meant, overlooking the river. Yep.
That's right. Always spotted there with Phil Fulmer and Peyton Manning.
Yes, all the time. All right, Demetri, have a great week. We'll catch up with you next Tuesday.
Thanks, Meat.
All right, boys. Sounds good.
See ya. He joined us on the Higginbotham Hotline. Higginbotham is your one-source solution for insurance, financial, and HR services.
Plenty more college football talk to get to. Also, Pat's got questions. Hopefully we can answer them. If we don't answer them to his liking, that's when punishments are doled out. Three-man front continues on Jocks. Oh, 118, three-man front on a very busy Tuesday. The terrace is filled up. We had a late arriving crowd. Had some of our mainstays here early in the first half of the show, but fans have started to filter in here in the third and the fourth quarters, which is typically not the case. This is like when the University of Kansas and their students didn't know there was a football game going on. Then all of a sudden an announcement came out in the fourth quarter they might actually win one, and all the students raced back into the stadium.
You know how I knew the game ended at 1:50 a.m. this morning? Because Joe from Vestavia texted me.
That's impressive.
So I know Joe, who is here, and he's enjoying some lunch. So I know he was watching the game.
I'm hoping tonight's game's over around 10:30.
I think a lot of people probably
That would be preferable for
Just
me.
go ahead and get it over with, Dodgers.
Did you know they did 2 seventh-inning stretches last night?
Oh, did they really?
They sure did.
No, I was in bed for the second one.
Yep.
It was a great game, though. The parts that I saw.
Did you see the crazy stat that Brad Paisley,
Yes.
isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Where he's done the national anthem
At the 2 18-inning World Series games?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Somewhere Nick Castellanos is doing something.
No doubt.
Hitting dingers in his backyard, no doubt
Maybe.
about it. Yeah, I love it. I just want to know, like, the person that was sitting around going, you know what? I think the last time the game was this long, Brad Paisley also did the national anthem, and somebody went, I think you're right. And then it's just crazy how people remember that stuff and piece it together.
Yeah, that is good stuff. Did you watch much of the NFL game last night?
I did. I watched the majority of the NFL game. I had two screens on. It wasn't very entertaining.
They only went to a shot of Taylor Swift, once?
I think that
Or
was
twice?
it. Yeah, I think that was it. Maybe one time because Kelsey had a touchdown.
And
Trying
then
to
he also
remember.
had another. He had 99 yards last night.
Well, he also had a pass go right through his hands for an interception.
Listen, don't bring up the negatives.
His last season, I would hope that Kelsey
So
racks up as
negative.
many yards as he can.
I am so negative. I'm sorry. No, he had a really good game. The Chiefs, though, like you said,
He becomes the stay-at-home dad once he and Taylor have the kid.
good for him. I'm sure he's going to have a fantastic life after football.
You think they take the kid on the road with her, and he homeschools the kid?
Now, that is something that I would pay to see is Travis Kelce trying to homeschool a child, because he seems like the most personable guy in the world, but he's got that Gronk thing going.
Help Daddy pronounce this word.
Exactly. He doesn't. That is not his forte, from what I understand. But that would be something.
That's not the color blue.
Oh, yeah. It's God bless him. God bless him.
All right, we got some Conference USA action tonight. UTEP is a 10-point underdog against Kennesaw State over in the beautiful state of Georgia.
Those are two teams.
Can Kennesaw beat them worse than Texas did? That's the question.
Those are two teams that have bitten you in the boo-boo.
Yeah, I think I'll be looking elsewhere. James Madison and Texas State. The Dukes are a 7-point favorite on the road at Texas State.
Go Bobcats.
Yeah, James Madison, no Kurt Signetti, but still not bad.
No, they're still pretty good.
Nope. Favorite on the road. And then, of course, tomorrow, Jacksonville State back in action midweek. They'll take on Middle Tennessee State. They're a 6-point favorite on the road. And then you have FIU taking on Missouri State in the wonderful city of Springfield, Missouri. Missouri State, a 3.5-point favorite. Just giving you guys some options. You got 4 games in the next 24 hours.
Any blocks of the week for you, Pat?
No. Molly, you got one?
No, not for this week.
What's the Auburn Kentucky line?
It was 9. I have not checked it in a little while. Let's see here. Texas is 1.5 over Vandy. That's gone the other direction. UAB is an 11.5-point underdog on the road at UConn.
That's gone the other direction. That was 12.5.
Have fun in Hartford this weekend.
Thank you.
Been there plenty of times in my life. Glad I will not be on that trip.
Anybody you want me to say hey to?
Nah, I'm good. Florida is a 7-point underdog in the world's largest outdoor cocktail party against the Dogs.
Mike Griffith didn't sound super confident about that.
No, he didn't.
He was setting people up. That's all he was doing.
Yeah, he's got a lot on Georgia.
Arkansas is a 4.5-point favorite at home against Mississippi State.
Trying to persuade.
Wait,
them.
Arkansas is a 4.5-point favorite over Mississippi State?
That is correct. Ole Miss 12.5 over South Kakalaki.
Oh, we saw that line last week, didn't we?
Sure did.
We saw that
Tennessee is a 3-point favorite against Oklahoma. Auburn is 10.5.
Ooh,
No.
10.5.
No, this would be the game that Auburn comes out and looks really, really impressive. And then
But
we
the
get
most,
a.
the
I told
most
you.
important game of the weekend is USC at Nebraska. USC is a 6.5-point favorite.
Not even entertaining it.
You're
No.
not playing that one?
No.
Landrum's already made up Hugh Freeze's post-game press conference for this coming Saturday. He's already
They
running.
cover the spread. Yeah, I kept telling you guys we were close. Stop it. Stop it.
So just think, Molly was last year at this time. She was in Los Angeles. She didn't run on the field after you paid that for her.
That's right.
Yeah, I still
that was about a
can't
year
feed my
ago.
family because of that, but it's
That $1,200 well spent.
$1,200, and she could have run out on the field, and she decided not to do it.
Molly, is Nebraska where you expected them to be right now? Because technically, you're still alive in the college football playoff race. You go 10-2, and you're going to be right there in that conversation.
Listen,
That's a big if.
the fact that Nebraska is playing actual meaningful football in the month of October still is all I ask.
Step in the right direction.
It's a step in the right. We're already bowl eligible, and it's not even November yet, which is awesome. 6-2. So I personally, I am extremely happy.
Let's take a gander. See how many more disappointments they got left.
How many more disappointments they have?
We play USC, but we don't play another ranked team. I don't think.
Yeah, that's never stopped you
That
before.
sounds like the Big Ten to me.
Exactly.
That's never stopped them
it's
before,
good for
Molly.
Nebraska, though.
That's right.
Okay, UCLA, that's going to be a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
USC, don't like your chances there. Penn State,
Landrum.
that's a, you know what, we're still Penn State. And the hated game with Iowa. Oof. Well, 6-6 isn't bad.
See, I'll
You
take
guys
that.
will make a good bowl.
So during the
For
Penn
you.
State game, is that when they get Matt Rule fitted for like all of his gear in Happy Valley? Like at halftime, do they go in the locker room and
Yeah, probably.
bring out the table?
Oh, that buzz has
It's died down.
Died down a
I'm
little
about
bit,
to say,
hasn't
yeah.
it?
Well, I mean, it happens when you
has.
lose to a bad Minnesota team.
Yeah.
He did that for you, Molly.
Yeah.
To stay in.
He was
Lincoln.
distracted. But hey,
You
we're
know-
bowl eligible.
That's right.
got-
There you go.
Yeah. Brian Kelly, does he go to Penn State? Yes or no?
Asking me.
Yeah. Or anybody who wants to answer.
I mean, I gave that potential scenario yesterday.
Well, we have new listeners.
Okay, how about this? Does Brian Kelly have a job tomorrow?
Touche.
Next season? Like, is he a head coach in college football next season?
Yes.
Again, I don't know how the contract wording works. If I'm him, seriously, are you not taking the interviews and then just turning them down to get the buyout and fulfill your clause with LSU? But maybe he wants to get right back into it.
I don't know what he wants personally. Does he feel like he still got some left in the tank, left some on the table, was about to do it at LSU, just give him one more year?
How
I don't
old
know.
is he? 64. Okay.
It's not like
He's got some time left.
Brian Kelly and whatever his legacy is, I still consider him a top coach in college football. But it's not like he's going to ruin his legacy by going to Penn State and finishing. I mean, just replicate what James Franklin did. You don't have to win any big-time games.
Yep, win 10 games, lose to Ohio State and Oregon
Go
every year.
to 9-3, 10-2.
Yep.
You know, beat the Rutgers and the Nebraskas of the world and keep your fan base happy.
Yeah.
Or not Nebraskas, Molly. You guys will get over the hump. Purdue's of the world and keep your fan base happy.
Purdue's of the world.
Or the Purdones.
Either or. All right, when we come back on Three Man Front, we'll do some Pat Ponders as we roll on this Tuesday from Social Taco.
Morning into your eyes, Rosanna, Rosanna. I used to roller skate to this song. Back in the day. Did you guys have roller skating when you were a kid, Conrad?
Yeah.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
I thought inline skating had kind of taken over by the time you guys were born.
No, we still had the skating rink over in Gardendale. Fun Time, I believe is what it was called.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of birthday parties, Friday night, stuff like that.
Ton of birthday parties, River Chase Skate. I think it's an antique store now. It's off of Lorna Road.
Okay.
It's right there by the interstate.
I was terrible at it.
We had one pretty close to our high school, and we would still go.
I was not great at it.
I was really bad. I was bad at that and ice skating. Terrible ice
But
skating.
I learned that if you could like run and still control your skates, and then I don't know, it was okay.
That's the way to do it.
But the one that I would go to, they had a giant boa constrictor that the guy had as his pet, and he'd
like
bring
a
out the
real
giant
one.
boa, wrapped around him, and he had the cool skates. He didn't have like the beige stock skates. He had the black patent leather skates with the good neon bumpers.
Is that who inspired you to get your reptile in college?
That is not. I don't know where that came from.
Just a phase?
I think it was a fascination with
You wanted to live with something that
an
could
animal, an animal that nobody else liked, or a controversial
kill you.
pet.
I got you.
Yeah, it got loose in my house one time.
I know. I know. That's
As a
terrifying.
kid.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Finally
terrifying.
got thirsty, and then he appeared one night.
That's nightmare fuel.
I was told don't let him get loose again,
Yeah, probably so.
because that will not end well for your pet snake.
No.
How about our friends at Prize Picks? Sometimes it ends well for us. Last night we had a non-participant, so we didn't get to go. But Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users. Sign up today. All you do is you pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get the picks right, you can cash in. We're going college football tonight. Conrad, Pat, I'm leaning on you for this one. I'm not well-versed on UTEP, nor am I super well-versed on Texas State. But here is what Prize Picks has to offer. Skylar Locklear,
Oh, yeah, Skyler.
Heather's grandson, UTEP quarterback, 212 and a half passing yards. Does he throw for more or less?
Less.
Less on Locklear. All right. How about Brad Jackson, Texas State quarterback? Good old Brad. 265 and a half passing plus rushing yards. Apparently he's a dual threader. We go more or less.
Less.
We're going less on both. If we hit on both of those, we're a winner. You can be a winner, too. Download the app today. Use code WJOX to get $50 in lineups from Prize Picks after you play your first $5 lineup. That's WJOX. Get the $50 in lineups after you play the first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it is good to be right.
All right, let's do some Pat Ponders brought to you each and every day by our good friends at Courtesy GMC in Trussville. Brought to you by Courtesy GMC in Trussville. Get by and see them off of I-459, exit 32. Check out their online inventory at courtesybirmingham.com. Question number 1. Last night on social media, a picture of the Dodgers Stadium World Series parking lot, the prices, it went viral. General parking was $80 for the lot. If you had an oversized vehicle or you had like a limo or a party vehicle, it would cost you $150. What was the most you've ever paid for parking at a sporting event or concert?
$100 at an Alabama football game. It was the Alabama-Texas game. Was that 2 years? The last game Alabama lost in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Of course I was there. But yeah, $100 to park that game.
$60 for me. And I think it was in Pasadena. Was it in Pasadena?
For
Said 60
2013
$60?
national title?
Yeah, but we were in the limo.
Oh, yeah, so it was extra.
Yep.
Was like they valeted the limo? How's
No,
that?
it's the fact because it's such a big vehicle, you're taking up more than one
multiple.
space. So
Like you
have to-
parked the limo and left it there.
Yeah, we had a limo driver who was great. Aspiring actor. Imagine that out in
No.
L.A.
Never
No.
would have guessed that.
No.
Really?
Played the role of a limo driver very well. He was cool, but yeah.
Okay.
My buddy got us a limo, paid for the limo, surprised us with a limo. We went to the game, went from the game in the limo.
That's awesome. Did you hang out the
and tailgated
sunroof?
at times in the limo.
Did you hang out the sunroof and woo?
We did it all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything.
You
Cheesed
raised your
it up.
shirt?
Huh?
You raised your
I
shirt?
flashed everybody.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, with the shirt.
How about you, Molly?
I think for me, it was probably $50 at a concert. But I've been pretty lucky because when we lived in Nashville, and I was in high school, our parents would just take us everywhere so that we wouldn't have to drive downtown
that's nice.
Nashville as a bunch of high schoolers. And then I was on dance team, so I didn't have to pay for that. So I've been
$100.
pretty lucky with my parking.
It was a good parking spot.
Was it really?
Oh yeah, it was we didn't have to walk far. But yeah, $100. If you wanted primo parking for the Alabama-Texas game 2 years ago, I saw $250 and people were paying it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, my buddy who's listening to the show who got us a limo, he reminds me that I went in to the grocery store in Crenshaw and got hot wings.
No, you told that story before.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
Sounds like a good choice.
Is
Crenshaw or the hot wings?
The hot wings were amazing, and there was a line out the store waiting for the hot wings, but they could see that I was going to the game, and they let me to the front. I thought it was a trick.
There you go.
It's like, am I gonna get
I'm sure they were
beat
good.
up if I go to the front? No, they were awesome.
Oh, I bet they were amazing.
Almost as good as those chicken feathers.
Question number 2. Bo Nix has tied John Elway for the best start as a Bronco quarterback through 25 games with a 16-9 record. So when you hear the name Bo Nix, do you think of him as an Auburn Tiger or Oregon Duck?
I think how Gus Malzahn and that offense couldn't get it right with Bo Nix.
I think of how Bo Nix beat the Oregon Ducks in his first start in Justin Herbert.
I think of Bo Nix as an Auburn Tiger.
I think of him as an Oregon Duck because I automatically think of the Bodacious poster.
Oh, the one that was on the skyscraper?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Heisman. Yeah. No, I think of him as an Auburn Tiger. But, again, we covered that whole situation extensively, so it's hard to remove that from your memory. But
Just another talent wasted.
But, hey, to his credit, he
On the Plains.
He has had a fantastic start to his NFL career. The Broncos are good. They're good.
Yeah, I wasn't buying the pick when they did it. Not that I didn't think he could play at the NFL level. I just said they're not going to be happy about this. And, boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, it's worked out very well.
Perfect system.
Question number 3. If the National College Football Coach of the Year vote was today, who are you voting for?
It's got to be Brent Key right now. I know. I don't care, record, whatever, but he's undefeated.
Call me the homer. I think it's got to be Kalen DeBoer.
Really?
And, well, the reason that I would say that is, yes, the ranked wins and all that stuff. It is the fact that you have seen him evolve from the coach that he essentially was for the majority of his career, from what I understand, into a different version of himself to fit the team. And if Alabama, if they finish 11-1 and go to the SEC championship game, I think he should be coach of the year. To turn it around after the Florida State loss, completely change your personality to fit the locker room and the team that you have this year, I'd give it to him, but, I'm an Alabama fan. So.
Homer. No, I'm with Landrum. I think it's Brent Key. 8-0 at Georgia Tech. That's remarkable.
It's very good.
Keep it going, Brent. Make me look good.
Question number 4. Fox TV analyst and former Panther tight end Greg Olson has an idea for college football. You can have NIL or you can have the transfer portal, but you can't have both. The second you take $1 from NIL, according to Olson, you're at your school regardless for 4 years. If you want the ability to transfer, you can't take NIL. Is this a ridiculous idea, or could this bring some necessary guardrails to the craziness of college football?
It's a nice thought. Yeah, but it's a waste of oxygen. I want peace across the globe. Take away everyone's weapons. Would you still have peace? There's no look. What he's saying is great and wonderful, but it's not going away. And I am through entertaining far-fetched ideas that are never going to get traction because nobody can agree on the most simple things when it comes to college athletics now.
I think the first team that adopted that mentality would be the worst program in college football immediately because guess what? Players don't care about that. They just want money. All they're going to hear is, oh, you're not going to pay me money? Then I'm not going to go there. Yeah, again, it's a nice sentiment. I think if you were to get anything close to that, I am a fan of the idea. You go to a program, they pay you NIL, you want to leave, then you have to pay back part of the NIL that they guaranteed you unless you have fulfilled. If it's a one-season deal and you make it through the season, then maybe not. But I would be much more in favor of that. I think that's more realistic. It sounds nice, but, yeah, that's never going to happen.
No, and none of these schools are going to follow suit. And, everyone just cares about the money these days. It's kind of just the new era of college football. But, maybe they could come to some sort of agreement when it does come. Kind of like Connor was just saying with the NIL deals and a 1-2 year deal. And if you break that, you would have to pay that back. But when are you going to get everybody to agree on something? Probably never.
Final question for today comes via BB. Which movie would you like to see remade with you playing the main character? A movie that is remade with you being the main character.
Oh, that's a good one.
Keep it family friendly, Conrad.
Well, Pink Flamingos.
Oh, no.
That was a joke. I hope my dad's listening. Sorry, I'm sorry. I have to. I'm really trying to think.
Oh.
Because I think there's two ways to look at this, right? Is it a movie that you really enjoy that you want to see them remake, or a movie that you think would be really cool that you got to be like an actor in that movie? Oh man. See, I feel like this would make people mad because, again, it's one of those movies. I don't think it needs to be remade. But if they wanted to remake, like, one of the original Indiana Jones movies, and I could be Indiana Jones, I think that would be awesome. But they don't need to remake those because the new one sucks, so we'll see what that would look like. But I think it would be fun to be an actor in that movie.
Are we saying current me or when I was younger me? Because I can think back before I found love that it would have been cool to be Matt Dillon in Wild Things.
Okay, that's your answer. That's good.
Now,
Now you're Burt Lancaster as Moses.
I was going to say Mark Wahlberg as Father Stu, but yeah, let me go directly the opposite of my first answer. I will go, man.
What's the
Molly,
safest
what
we can
about
go
you?
here? Facing the Giants or something? Like, what's the opposite of that?
I always loved the movie 13 Going on 30 to kind of play your current self and then your past self and then your future self. I think would be really cool.
If I would have played
That's a good one.
the role of Wyatt Earp in Tombstone, that would be awesome.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. I liked your first one more, though.
I knew you would. I did it for you. What about you, Pat?
I'd play Ray Kinsella in Field of Dreams.
It's a very good one.
You have a younger Pat movie you like to throw out?
I'm not
You're
going
not gonna
there.
do it.
No. You took care of that for all of us.
Thanks.
No, thank you.
Man, you're welcome.
Thank you. It's
Try.
normally me, so thank you.
Have you seen the movie that he's referring
I
to?
have.
Okay.
I know what he's talking
Ooh, or I would be Sharpay Evans from High School Musical.
Who?
Because she had the pink car and the pink locker.
about. Oh, is that Ashley Tisdale's
Yes.
character?
Or I would be her.
That's
Not bad.
today's Pat Ponders, brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful. Goodbye and see them off of I-459 exit 32 and trustful. We've got texts coming in. We can take your phone calls. As you can tell by Landrum's reaction.
Somebody's got a Ryan Williams movie suggestion.
I can only imagine what it is.
All right, we'll get to all of that next on Three Man Front. Welcome back to Three Man Front. We are wrapping up Tuesday's show. We'll be back in studio tomorrow, but we're here each and every Tuesday. Come on by and see us next week. Make plans now to come have an extended lunch and hang out. Great crowd as always. As Landrum mentioned, kind of a late arriving crowd, but man, it is packed up here, and so we appreciate that greatly each and every Tuesday.
Well, as football season moves on, you know that means changes in the weather are coming, so you need to protect your HVAC system with a checkup from a trained comfort specialist so that when the cold weather hits, you'll have peace of mind that you're protected by America's most reliable and trusted brand. So go and find a comfort specialist near you at train.com. It's hard to stop a train.
Jock's text line is open, 205-834-9450. Some of these comments, questions stem from Pat Ponders. What we just heard, BB's question was if you could play what was it? You could play the lead role in a movie?
You could, any movie could be remade with you in the lead role.
Yeah.
What would it be?
What would it be? And several interesting responses. Now we are substituting college football coaches, maybe players, for certain roles.
Okay.
This one rolls in from North Carolina. Thanks for listening on the Jocks app. Landrum, Hugh Freeze stars in Clueless, spelled like Hugh.
That's a good one, yeah.
And Ryan Williams is Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, wow.
That is a lot safer than I thought it was going to be. Okay.
That was not the one that I referenced
Correct.
in
It
the
is
break, but I did see the fear on your face.
I thought we were going the Full Metal Jacket route. But
The
we were not.
Dutchman says, yes, Landrum, first thought was Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. The other role would be Ben Affleck's character in The Town. Very nice.
Oh, that's an underrated movie. Very good movie.
Faye. Oh, that's your favorite. Faye. This is the
That's the one that parties with her cousin
with the dog collar.
and with the gag ball.
Please tell me it's not Pulp Fiction.
Faye from, I think, Childersburg. Happy Halloween week. I'm dressing up as an escaped inmate. If Conrad doesn't have a costume, could he be the jailer? RTR.
Wow.
Do you know this woman?
Who is
No,
this?
I don't,
She loves you.
don't know.
I appreciate Faye keeping it between the lines on her text. But
Are we
she's
considering
got
some of those
and
between
you're
the
a
lines?
and you're a married man, but
I'm
she's
a happily married man.
She has
Let me
got
add.
the hots for you, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Faye. I'm very flattered.
Are you, though?
I am. I'm flattered.
Someone throwing out Dudley Moore's part in 10. That was my mom. Mom absolutely loved Dudley Moore as an actor. Remember the Santa Claus movie? He played Patch, I think, the elf. His main elf. I
Dude.
don't remember. It's actually McLaren agreed with me. The Santa Claus in that particular movie is the most realistic. Like that's Santa Claus.
What movie is it?
It's Santa Claus the movie.
With Tim Allen.
Different one.
Oh, okay. I'm only
this is
familiar
from
with
back,
the Tim
I
Allen
think in
ones.
the 80s.
Oh, okay. Haven't seen
But
that
it's a
one.
really good movie.
Okay.
Nick Saban as Leprechaun would be great. All right. I just read them, Coach. Larry, I would love to play the dude in The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That's really good.
Great movie.
Travis weighing in. Speaking on parking, going to an Auburn game, one time a hobo was taking up money for people to park on a public highway, and he was making bank.
On a public highway?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, Will saying, is Faye actually just Pat? LOL. No, it is not Pat.
I really hope it's not
I
Pat.
can promise you it's not.
I can promise you it's
I'm
not
going to feel
me.
really uncomfortable coming to work every day if
And
it's
if
Pat.
if it is Pat, I'll never admit it. If I find out it is Pat.
It is not me.
Cousin Eddie, Christmas Vacation for Hugh Freeze. That's good. Billy Bach's character in Bad Santa.
Okay, yeah. That's another good one.
Um,
Not Billy Bob in Sling Blade? No one wants to do that?
Yeah. JJ says, I'm going to toe the line and say The Vampire in Embrace of the Vampire with Alyssa Milano. Haven't seen that one.
I think I know where that one's going, though. Are we getting into
Bruce Willis, Armageddon. Mike says you can dress Conrad as a mechanic for Halloween.
I could. That'd actually be pretty fitting. I will not be a mechanic.
Sean Connery's character from The Hunt for Red October.
Okay.
Great movie. Damien and Don Don starring in Step Brothers.
Oh, man, if we could get a picture of them made, like, on the cover of that movie, that would be awesome. You and Damien are going to star in the Step Brothers sequel. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly were busy.
Casey and Chelsea says The Graduate. Oh. Let's see, however.
We said
y'all
Step
are.
Brothers, not Boogie Nights, Don Don.
Mark Wahlberg in Boogie Nights.
Oh, no, that was perfect. You can't script it.
Taylor and says Saban and Belichick, grumpy old men.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I could see it.
Uh-huh.
Steven says I'd want to play Leo's part in The Wolf of Wall Street.
I was waiting on that one. That's a good one.
Travis and Jason Kelsey, Dumb and Dumber. And Paul Feinbaum is James Carville. We do a whole show on this.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Thank you to all of our friends here at Social Taco, all of our friends out there. We can't do it without you. Just remember, God is great. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.